Nuno Espírito Santo for Sky Sports News. Terrific result, Nuno. How was the experience overall as well as the performance?
The performance was good. I think first half we were organized. We play organized. We play good. We didn't finish too many actions, but we kept West Ham, the good team, good players, away from our goal. I think we managed well in the second half. We started and we introduced some speed, and we were more accurate, and we were able to finish more actions and create more danger to West Ham.
Aidan, does that sound?
You mentioned that.
Does that sound okay?
Yes, sounds okay for me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, you mentioned the speed there, Nuno. I mean, you're normally very strong in the last third of matches, and you picked up where you left off after 3 months. How difficult was that to achieve so quickly, given that your players can't really be at peak fitness like everybody else?
No, it was very difficult. It was a very tough period for everybody, for all society, and so much time without activity. All the teams, all the players, it's very difficult. 3 months without being involved. 3 weeks only training as a group in a normal way, still with the protocols. It's very difficult for everybody. Very difficult for everybody. But we still have a long way to go. Many things to improve on so we can say that we are where we were. That will never. It's a new start. It's a new normal, new football, a new start for us.
A word on Adama Traore. I mean, he hadn't played like everybody else for 3 months, and he comes on in the second half and makes a pivotal contribution to the game. What does it say about his athleticism and his quality that he was able to produce across like that and be involved in both goals, which helped you win the game?
That's the idea. I think in this moment, like where I mentioned, with all the details that I mentioned before, we have to manage very well the players. We have to manage them well, and the idea is always the same. Players that come to the pitch have to help the team, and then put their characteristics and their own talent. Today was Adam and Pedro. Next game it's going to be different. So all the squad is important, especially in these periods.
Was it a little bit easier playing against West Ham without a crowd than it would have been with a crowd? Obviously, you experienced the game with the crowd last season, and tonight there was none.
No, the main factor is football is not enjoyable without the fans in the stadium. So we have to perform for the people that are back home and enjoy the game. But hopefully we can go back to what it was before, because football without fans it doesn't have any meaning at all.
You are though just 2 points off the Champions League places now. You're putting real pressure on those teams above you. That must please you greatly.
We have a long way to go. 8 games to go. Next one is Bournemouth at home. It's going to be very tough, very tough. We have to rest, recover, and prepare well.
Can I just ask you finally, it's more of a general observation, really not specific to this game, but what do you think of the drinks break so far? It seems a little bit forced. Can I just ask you about the drinks break and when it's time to happen in the game? It seems a bit forced. It maybe disrupt a team when they're in the rhythm. Is there a different way of doing it?
No, I think it's needed. It's needed. Everybody has to realize what it means to be 3 months without competing, 3 months without training. Now we are back with short period of time. So all the criteria that have been introduced is to help the players to perform when the ball is on, and so they have these breaks that allow them to recover at the same time as managers to adjust what we need to adjust. But it's needed, definitely, yeah.
Thanks
because in the future it's gonna be even warmer. So we have to attend. It's not normal to play football in June, and we're gonna play in July. So I think all these criteria are helpful.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Aidan.
Sure.
Yeah, Nuno, you've made 2 substitutions there, and they've both made a very big contribution. You must be really pleased with how that worked out.
Yes, that's the idea. When to manage the squad, I think today was good. The players that go in create immediately impact on the game, and that's the idea when when you prepare a game of 90 minutes, you have to attend all the moments and be ready to react. So I'm happy with the introduction and the impact of the players, of course.
How would you assess the performance as a whole, considering it's 100 days, I think it was, that you'd been without a game? Were you happy with the tempo that you saw?
Yes, it's not easy. It's not easy. First of all, was about to be organized, reducing spaces, be compact and be solid. I think we achieved that. Like I said, West Ham is a very good team, very good players in front. In the final third, we have to, and the back three perform very well. Our defense performed well, and the tempo. That's a discussion that we're gonna have through these games because it requires time.
With Neto and Traore having such a positive impact off the bench, is that going to be even more important in these final games, having those extra subs allowed, and perhaps when teams are tiring a little bit, have the subs got a bit more of a role to play now?
Of course, for everybody, for all the teams. You have to manage well. You have to manage well and be careful. You have to prevent and work hard to be able to perform as many minutes as possible. But it doesn't mean that you have to make 5 subs. It doesn't mean that, but having that chance allows sometimes the players to go to the extreme of their strengths, so we avoid things.
And just finally from me, a lovely goal, wasn't it, from Neto? I mean, he's a player that's grown in confidence as the season's gone on, and that's a goal that he'll enjoy. Of
course, and he's very young. He joined us. He had his moments, but he has a long way and many things to improve on his game. But this is the way. Work for the team, and eventually your talent will come.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Duncan, do you have a question?
Yes, please. Welcome back, Nuno. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Just a couple of things. Adama Traore, he's got the makeup in the current situation when teams are not as fit as perhaps they were, that he could be used as an impact sub off the bench. He could be very destructive. Is that the way you might see him and see you over the next few weeks?
No. Each game has its own history. Each game has its own preparation because the opponents, they are so good. They are so many qualities that you have to plan well. But it's not about that. In the next game, we have to decide again. And always looking for the same players that come in must help the team. This is the spirit.
I know you're very much let's look at the next game, but that Champions League is now just there within reach, isn't it? Is it something you as a club and you as a manager are now aiming at? Is that your target?
No, my target is to go back home safely and be again with all these protocols that we've been through. Our medical department is being amazing with us. That they are our own heroes that allowed us to go to Wednesday healthy. That's my concern. I don't think about anything else.
But is there a danger that your players, because all of a sudden it means getting 3 points could get you into the top 4 potentially in the next game? Is that an added pressure that your players have to cope with and deal with?
No, because we don't think about it. Now we are focused on preparing the next one. And the next one is going to be very tough, very, very demanding. This week is going to be very tough for everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Duke.
Just, Paul, have you got one last question?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, Nuno, you said there football without fans has no meaning at all. I mean, do you not get any satisfaction out of this win then today? There's no crowd, or, there must be some part of you get some enjoyment out of it.
Of course, I'm happy with the performance of the players and that they finished the game strong and healthy, and that is my personal satisfaction. But what I mean by that is that we hope and pray that maybe Avacin allowed us to play in front of fans. This is what I really mean. Football is made to be enjoyable for fans and for everybody.
Could you just, one last thing briefly, Nuno? Just the difference your 2 substitutes made after the hour mark. They really punctured holes in the West Ham defence, didn't they? Incredibly effective.
Yes, effectively, and this is what we want. Every time you have to make a decision, you hope that that causes impact in the game and can help and change the dynamic and the momentum. So today, well done for everybody.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye, Sam.
Cheers, and all the best.